Digital Touchpoint meeting. This is our September session and a wonderful, wonderful welcome from all of us here from HQ team. Together here, it's me, it's Orly, our community manager supporting a lot of the backend in the community and processes, and Yarit, our logistics, and the face behind the service, but more than the face, the action behind the service email. So we are happy to have them here with us today. And I'd like to start. Hi, Nalene, good that you could join us. I was just starting. Today, I'd like to do it differently. So today, I will invite us to start with a short process that we have, and they are part of the new processes that we just launched, and they should be already available in your dashboard. And they are following a little bit the conversation that we had last week, where we understood the one card, one question processes are something of a good way to go. So we said, okay, let's create new processes that are one and could be useful for you in many different scenarios. We want them to be a quick support when we don't have the time to do the full process of recards, or we just want to use the SpeakUp Digital as part of opening the meeting or closing the meeting. They are here and available for you to use, but let's have the experience first. So I invite you to click on the link that I posted in the chat. That should take us to the layout chart. I hope we won't have login issues, because they do happen, because you're all both like managers and I'm inviting you as a participant. So sometimes things happen with the passwords, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it works. Branka exactly knows what I'm talking about. So I hope you all entered. Thanks, Karine, for the thumbs up. At least I know you are in. Let me share my screen in case. Let's see who's in. Okay, Zed, Corinne, Branka, Nancy, Marina. Okay, so I feel Nolene, you still need to join, and Kika, I think you still need to join. This is like Big Brother now in litigation, I can see. But anyway, the process that I chose for us today to start, it's called What's One Win That I Experienced This Week. And our intention for this process, in fact, was that, sometimes we're starting meetings, I don't know, status meeting, weekly meeting, or any type of meeting, and we want to do what we call an icebreaker to say something new. And we wanted to bring one that will take us on the positive side and to focus us on the wins. Again, I feel in many workplace scenarios, I don't know, I think my mind is wired this way, and the Polish people we are, we always look at what's the half empty cup, what didn't work, what I can polish, what I can make better. So we said, okay, let's go the other way. To start on a positive note, what is one win that I experienced this week? And I really invite all of us here to, before we start, to choose one card. And again, before we start, let's again take a deep breath in, deep breath out, just to, arrive here in this meeting. And when I'm saying about that you experienced this week, you can think about this week that only started, but maybe you want to think about what happened last week, because we're just at the beginning of the week. So maybe what's a good thing that happened to you? And I invite us today in our small setting to choose a face card, a photo card down. You can decide which one is calling you, and to choose the card that you like. Of course, as always, you can go with it, you can change it, and you can go for a different one, but pick your card. And let's take then 2 minutes to observe, to find what is our one win that we had. And as always, before we jump Into writing, I invite us to observe the photo that we picked. And it's always good, I feel, to start by observing the facts. And the first is the colors. Some are very colorful, some are black and white. And to be aware what colors are in your card and what it means for you. What does it mean if it's red? What does it mean if it's green? What does it mean if it's black or white? And what does it mean if it's colorful? And to think, how is that connected to the win? What was your win that you had last week? And observe the facts that you have in the image. What can you see in simple terms? Just the facts, no interpretations. So really, what can you see? What can you name in the photo? And if we would now start to play around with the image and expand on it, where do you think this photo was taken? What do you think happened after the shot was taken? And if we would like enlarge this image, and I remind you that if you click on the card that you picked, there is the icon next to the trash can that makes it bigger for you. So you can enlarge the image and maybe you'll see other details. And again, if you could now zoom out, what else was in the photo in this place that wasn't captured? And if this was a video and you'd press play, what would happen now? And observe any senses. Do you hear any sounds or music playing when you look at this image? How do you feel when you look at the photo? And I'm curious, and again, it's for your observation, did you already have a win in your mind, or you were open and you didn't know what you're looking for and you just saw it when the card came? To everyone that just joined us, welcome. We are doing a quick process of the new processes, so I invite you to join. We were just observing the card and it's called What's One Win That I Experienced This Week? And we invite you to maybe take a photo face down today, to do it differently, and see if what's your win for the weekend. And invite us again, maybe 1 minute just to write. We have the journals, just as a reminder. I'll share my screen. As I said, when you hover over the photo, I have this icon, and if I click on it, it makes it bigger for me. So this will make it easier for you to see the details. Additionally, we have the two journals inside the app where you can write, or you can write in your own paper journal, whatever feels right to you. If you are writing, please use the notes to self, as these will be visible only to you. So we don't need any notes today that will be visible to anyone. So to notes to self, and here you can type. And now I promise to keep quiet for 1 minute, so you have time to write what was your one win that you experienced this week. Any questions? I hope everyone has the link. I see we are joining, so just in case you missed the link. Okay, does everyone have a win they experienced? Anyone wants to share their win in like a sentence? just to break our ice today to see who's with us in the meeting. So if anyone wants to share, please unmute yourself. You can share the photo that you picked and what was your one win.
Hi, Marek.
Hi, Christine. Good to see you. I'm so glad I'm seeing you a lot these days.
Yes, that's so true. But it's for that I choose a photo special one for me because since few months, since July to now, on last week, I open a lot of doors. So I win so many things. I open doors I never saw before. And they were there, but I wasn't use it. So it's like, how to say it? In my photo, the doors are red.
Can I share the photo that you picked, or you want to share?
How I share it? It's a photo with the two doors, red doors.
If that's okay, I'll share your layout
please.
chart. So we'll also see how I do it. So if you can do it with your clients in the future, I'll click on the little person here and I find Christine, where are you? There
I
you
am
are.
here. I am here, yes.
Click and it loads. And here are the doors.
Yes. It is these doors I am opening the last week because I have strong experience with important organization in Chile, really, really important organization. And every time I open a new door, there is a new door. And behind this new door, there is another new door. So it's so incredible. And it's like with these new doors, I open my heart to something I was living before COVID time. Because before COVID time, I had a lot of things to do, a lot of things to give my time to people, to help communities. And it's like life is giving me new doors to do more now.
Beautiful.
So I don't know when it will be the end. It's like in the photo. I don't see the end of the new path. And there is a lot of light, so many things in this.
Super. Thank you so much, Christine, for being the first, for sharing, and wonderful win of the open doors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Malik.
Anyone else would like to share their win?
You want me to go?
Yes, Catherine, thank you.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, my sweet Kike. Sorry, someone is calling me. Okay, so
that's
you
the
can
excitement that you bring, that even your phone rings.
Yes, it's always like that, when I stick to someone, I was always phone call anyway. That's it. Share so mine. It's funny because at the moment, each time, Marek, it's since Poland, each time I take a photo, even in Poland, I took photo in black and white.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they're all in black and white. The one with the chain from Puchtum, this one. But
you're right.
What I would like to share about this one especially is a woman looking through. You don't know exactly what it is. a share or a paravent. Do you say paravent? Something looking with what expected something. And what I would like to share is this weekend I've been I did something with two of my friends, participate to a triathlon. So for breast cancer. Wow. And it was a really amazing experience. I did my 8 kilometers by biking. I didn't do the three stuff. I just do the biking, and it was hard. It was hard. But you know, when I was doing it, I was thinking about the testimony we had just before about this woman realizing that she had a breast cancer. And, you know, in March 2022, and looking for maybe the end of her life. And she had like 11 things to do. And then after she had 33 radiation, you know, to get out. And she decided to do this sport, a little bit of sport, and to participate. And she was there. And I say, sometimes I'm not patient. But, you know, sometimes to embrace the future, you have to be a little bit more, I have to deal with that, be more patient. When it, you know, I want everything working quickly. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, we do.
And when it doesn't work, it killed me. But, you know, so when I see this photo, it reminded me to be, you know, sometimes slowly is nice also. And you can get out of a lot of situation by your perseverance and your deep connection to what you do, and be connected to anyone. So maybe it's my black and white card, but I love it. And I'm very
thank you.
And I promised myself to do it next year, but the swimming, the biking, and the running, but I have to train a little bit.
Fingers crossed that it will work.
Okay.
Sounds amazing. And thank you for sharing your win. And I think we have time for one more. If anyone wants to go and share their win of last week, big or small, they're all worth to speak about.
Hello, Uncle.
Hi, Kike. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Christine. Everybody, Caroline, Patty. Well, everybody. It's really nice to see you, Orly, and everybody there. Well, I'm going to share this one. Okay, this is my photo. And well, let me tell you, last week I was a little bit upset because I was like down because nothing was moving in my projects and everything. And then I started reading a book called Ubuntu, and I remember Catherine a lot. was connected. And one of the things that there are 14 chapters, and one of them is about trust, that you have to trust in yourself and trust in the universe and continue walking no matter what happens, no matter how you feel. And so when I chose, or the picture chose me, this one is like my foot continue. I'm embracing the how do you say, the not to know what's going on, and then continue and trust in the universe and everything. I mean, trusting yourself. So I love it, and these 3 points. It's like it's like follow me always points of view, and it's like, okay, that's the sign. Just trust in the process and continue. And then suddenly everything started moving this week. And a lot of things happen. And it's just have this chance to, okay, embrace the uncertainty and embrace no matter what happens, but just trust and jump to the pool and embrace that. And so that's why my win. That's what very, very excited. So thank you. And it's really nice to see you and talk to you, everybody.
Thank you, Kika, so much for sharing your win. And I don't know, I'm also curious how you feel. I already feel the energy and the excitement of, you know, all the sharings and all the wins. And I think it's a good reminder that there's always a win for us. And to close off our process here, we have the final word card. If you remember, I'll just share the screen. So what I will invite you now to do to close this little process off so we don't leave it undone, I'm just trying to go back to my layout chart, is to look at the word cards that we have, and you can pick one face up, face down, you can scroll through all of them, what will work, but to choose one word that is linking to your win, but I want us to look forward now. So I invite us to choose a word that will be your intention for this week. You know, we have a win last week, so how can I have another win and connect it to the previous win? So to choose your word card, that will be your intention for this week. And at the end of the session, I'll give another inspiration what to do. But at this moment, you know, I invite everyone to have a scroll. I think I'm choosing reliable to my process for this week, and this will be my intention. And I invite everyone to find a word. And please, as always, few things. Remember to add your definition to the word. It doesn't have to be the book definition, it's what it means for you. Also, it doesn't mean you can play with it. You know, this is not an oracle that if I choose, I don't know, the word closure, it means I need to close. Maybe I do, but it could mean exactly the opposite. That maybe I want to be more open, or maybe I want to do something else. You know, to remember to read it both ways. And many times in life, when we ask a question, what do you want? Or what do I want? If I'm asking myself, it's hard to answer it, but I know what I don't want. And sometimes it's already good enough when we don't know where we don't want, and I can focus on what I want. So play with the words, and again, take a minute to choose your final word. That will be your intention for this week. And remember, intentions are not goals. They are more of setting a direction and just allowing things to happen. We were just talking with Orly before the session. I wasn't talking with her, sorry, Orly. I was talking with a friend before the session, before talking to Orly, and we have this bad Polish joke. Catherine heard it in the Points of View workshop last week. You know, we say, if you want God to laugh, say you have a plan. And because we know what happens in reality. So this is why we're setting intentions. The intention is where I'm heading, and what will happen will happen. And I think it will just make it easier for us. Do we all have an intention for this week? For yourself? Anyone needs more time? I hope Orly and Yaya, you're also doing the process. I'm walking the talk. Okay, we all have it. How was the process? Anyone wants to now comment and share about the process for them? You know, it's like more stepping outside. How was it? Did I like it? Too short, too long? Useful, not useful?
I'll be happy to share.
Yes, thank you.
Sure. You want to bring up my my screen? Because I tried doing it with a screenshot, and somehow I'm just learning how to use this new laptop, and I can't take a screenshot and share it. So
Perfect. No worries. I'm happy to do it, because in the
where did you go to do that?
So I'm sharing my screen. So at the bottom of Zoom, I have the option to share the screen. So I can share this window, and in the app, I have this option of my team,
Uh-huh, right.
and I can choose. Again, you will see this when you are working with your clients. Now, because you are as a user of my account, then you won't see it, but the next session you have with someone, we can do it. And this way, it also makes it easier for us that exactly someone has issues, they don't know how to
I love it. Yeah.
work it, we can do it for them, and then we can all see the screen. So here it is. Here are your cards. I hope they're your cards.
They are my cards.
Good.
And it's interesting because first of all, the process is really so simple and yet so deep, and that's what I really particularly enjoyed. I normally like to take things with face up, so I'm choosing rather than the cards are choosing me. But in this case, I let the cards choose me, and I had a lot of difficulty with connecting my win with this particular picture. My win was I had a big major clash with a colleague, and we haven't talked in 3 months. And because it's the Jewish New Year and it's a time to ask for forgiveness and so on, so I reached out to her, and we had a chat today, and the word that comes out is dialogue. So my intention is, it was a broken conversation, maybe like you see the broken vase. Okay. We were split, and the solution is really dialogue, to re-engage in communication again, and not to burn bridges. So it's just interesting the way it just, like I said, I had a hard time at the beginning with the picture, but then when the word came up, kind of everything all came together. And I realized it was a huge win, because if you didn't speak to somebody for 3 months, and all of a sudden now we open channels of communication, and we did it through dialogue and constructive, and all the emotion was peeled away from it. And yeah, it was a big win. And I think that the intention moving forward is to always stay in dialogue. Doesn't help to cut off.
Thank you. And then it sounds also beautiful to take that step forward. I think that's, as you said, I feel the big win, to make that action to come back. Thank you so much for sharing. Anything, Zev, you want to add?
Yes, I want, because I choose. Hi, I'm Patty from Uruguay.
Hi, Patty.
I'm happy to see all of you, and I'm grateful for Orly that sent me a message. And today was beautiful to enter to my work in Speak Up. My card was the same like Zev. And it was very, very interesting, because I'm choosing a lot of masks in the last week. Roles, changing with my family, with my work. And this kind of phase is how I feel, no? But the word that came up to me was sustainable. And it's very interesting, the meaning of sustainable, that I have all the skills and all the things to do, and to put the face together, and my roles everywhere, and how to make it work and not make me hard the work. Sustainable is to make the skills work, and to in the time also, know that you can be working with all your resource. It's not skill, it's resource in English. And for me to discover that I have the resource to make it happen, this combination of all my roles, the work also work for me, sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty, so much for sharing, and we're glad you are with us today. Anyone else wants to share about the process for them?
Hi, everyone.
Hello,
Yeah, good to see
Branka.
familiar faces and some new faces as well. I loved the simplicity of it. You know, it takes us back to the roots, what Points of View is all about, and how deep can go with just one photo. And then, as Zev said, when you add the work to it, it creates a new dimension, you know, like new insights. And I just love the process. It's so simple and so deep, and a very good reminder that we do need to celebrate our wins every little while. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Branka, for being with us here, our top ambassador of Speak Up. So thank you. Good to hear. And Branka's right. I can say we love making it simple, and then we go into complicated, and then we're back. Okay, let's make it simple again for us. Any last one person? Yes. Kath, I see you're on mute. Nancy.
Just to finish mine, closure. But I don't say anything else. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Exactly. Perfect. Nancy wanted to say something.
Mine
Maria.
was a role model, and few things in my head to inspire others. It's a first. It's my job. I enjoy it.
Beautiful. And you're the lotus to do it. Thank you, Christine. Maria, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Thank you for these meetings. It means a lot for me because I always, how to say, I'm scared to speak in front of a lot of people. I'm better with one-to-one sessions with people, and when I speak in front of a big group, it's always, how to say, challenging for me. So thank you for this opportunity. And about the process, I think it's I'm very happy with the process because it's really simple but deep. How who said that? Zev, thank you. And for me, the word is role model, and for me this is I have to take the role of a leader and to be more assertive and to be more, how to say, active, and to bring the fire. So my picture is fire.
Nice.
I'm with the colors of fire, so it's very synchronicity. That's from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. And I don't know, I think you can put another win, speaking in public in the group, another one for today for you. So thank you so much. It's wonderful to hear you and your insights. Anyone else wants to go? So in that case, there's going to be more question time in a few minutes. But before we go there, let me guide you through the new processes, because in fact, we have 5 new one-question processes that we prepared for you today. So let me just have a quick overview. One disclaimer, we have a technical issue that by tomorrow will be sorted. So there's something with the graphics not working. And please remember, I have like a messier template. So do mind, you have a clean, polished view. I have the mess, which I'm okay with. As always, in my meetings, you'll have the summary of your meetings that you opened, that you attended. So here's today's Speak Up Touchpoint. I can open it. I can view the session. You can do the same to see your summary meetings. And in the library, we have the templates. And we have And if you remember, we are using the color coding of the journey. We have the employee journey embedded into SpeakUp. We have the starting point. This is always the beginning when we're starting. And we are also using it for different elements inside of meetings. So starting point is for interviews, onboarding, but it will be also the beginning of meetings. We have shared values when it's about finding common ground and understanding each other, but also connecting to values of the team, organization, project. We have it's called team collaboration. So these are the layout charts about working together and how do we work together? How do we understand each other? We have employee development. So these will be all focusing on the development, individual development. And finally, we have finish lines, which are about closures, feedbacks, moving on. So from the starting point, one question process, we have the one you experienced today. It's called What's One Win that I experienced this week. We also hope that you will find it more useful. Let us know afterwards in the summary meetings, is it the right way or it's making it more confusing? But we decided that for the one question processes, the question is the title of the process. So not to confuse that now I have a process name and this process name has a different question. There's a lot of things to remember. Like for example, the process here we see finding common ground. I don't remember what the questions are inside. There are 3 questions in this one, but to make it easier, when it's a one question process, you will see at the top one question process and already what is the question. So you know straight away. You remember, we say also in Poland, like there's a bell ringing. I don't know in which church. You remember there was a question like that, but you don't have to be opening each of them. You'll see straight away what is this dialogue starter about. So one win that I experienced this week, as I said at the beginning, our intention is that it's to start a meeting. Again, maybe it's people who don't know each other. Maybe it's a team that's working a lot. Maybe it's a client you've been meeting a lot, and it's to have an icebreaker before we go into the business, to step outside, to concentrate on the wins, to concentrate on the positive. Also, I feel it's good when sometimes we are in very heavy weeks and you're like working and you feel nothing is going right. I think someone talked about it today, and it's like to have the stop. It's quick. We did it in 20 minutes, see what's the one win, and we can focus. So this is the first one of the one question processes that we have. The next one that we arrived, and you could have experienced it 2 weeks ago during our free webinar, it's called What is the added value that I bring? And again, this process, we put it in the shared values. It's when we are starting to work together, that as a team, we want to understand what is the added value that I bring. Again, I can do it at any time to look at my strengths, but we called it added value in the sense that what is the unique element that I can bring? And I can do it into my team, into my role, into my life, into my family, but it's this opportunity to see what am I adding, what from me is coming that I can give. And again, you can do this process individually for yourself, for your one-on-one, or even for a team, even to understand how everyone in the team sees what is the added value that they are bringing. So that's the shared valued one question process. If I'm going too fast at any time, please let me know. I'm just excited to be sharing those with you. Then we have one here, as I said, the photo is not fixed, but it's from the employee development part. It's called What Issue Am I Facing? Again, you may remember it from one of the earlier webinars, but as all of these are using questions that are not part of SpeakUp originally, we wanted to make it available for all of you to use using SpeakUp Digital. So again, if someone is coming to you and something is wrong, but I don't know what it is, or I have some challenge and I want to gain clarity on what is really the challenge that I'm gaining, and I don't have time for a bigger process, then we have this quick one, what issue am I facing? And it can be a start of a discussion, it can be in the middle of your discussion, but to really understand what is really the challenge that I am facing in my workplace that I want to find new perspectives on. For team collaboration, we have a question called, what do I need to work better with you? And I can share it was inspired from a process we did in HQ. At one time, we were reorganized, we were beginning to work as a team, and we had this question. All of us had to write, what does the other team members need to know about working? And I hope I can share mine. For example, I'm more of a night person. So you can find me at 2 in the morning writing emails, but in the morning, I'm not really going to be there. And we also have like a time shift. All of the team is in Israel. I'm in Poland. We have a 1-hour shift. So for example, I said, please don't schedule me meetings at 9 o'clock. Like 9 o'clock, I'm before my coffee. I'm in zombie mode. Like you don't want to see me at 9 o'clock. So it's a simple thing. And again, others wouldn't have known I'm a pleaser, so I would not reject, and it makes my life easier. And again, you can do this process with your teams, with anyone that you're working, to understand what do we need, to work better with each other. And sometimes there's simple things, sometimes more complicated. Again, it could be, I don't know, I prefer to have meeting notes. I prefer this. It makes it easier for me, from the little things. It's really to make our teamwork better. Again, we want to build a speak up. We want to have a dialogue in the team and to understand really how can we work better, from the little things to the small things. So this is our team collaboration. And the final one for the finish lines, we called it, what am I taking with me? And this you can use at any time to finish a meeting. So you're having a meeting, a workshop, I don't know, a full day session, and we want to summarize. And again, we can summarize it with a photo card, because again, it will have that element of creativity, of speaking up, and to see what everyone took from the session, from a working meeting. It's before we go to the action items, it's more in the focus part of what is my main insight. And again, to take a photo card that represents this insight for me. All of the one question processes are in the same template. I'm going to call it cast, because then our IT development team knows which ones to delete, because you can imagine my meetings. I just have tests. I don't do meetings, I do tests. So I'm glad to have this session today to do a real process, not to be testing on myself. Anyway, they are loading, and you have the question, and there's always a place for a photo and a word. And again, you can decide, do you prefer to stay with just a photo? But as we experienced today, adding the word to the photo creates this additional magic, so you can have your participants choose. Again, face up, face down, what works for them, and in a way that you like to work. And you can play with it. Remember, these are again templates to make it easier for you to use, but you can decide that you just want to finish with a word, because that's the time you have, and it's also okay. And maybe you want to do a lottery. You can also even play a simple game, 1 to 30, choose your number. And then we go for that number. Number 28 is mistakes, and that's the number that we're finishing off. So these are the 5 processes that we have. I don't know, any questions, comments? Thank you, Maria, for the thumbs up. Would love to hear someone. Thank you, Zev, for the comment in the chat. If there are no comments, this is also the time to open up if anyone has any questions to anything in Speak Up, using Speak Up digital, physical. I'm curious who's working with Speak Up digital with their clients. Okay, I see one hand. Who's working with the physical tool? Okay. Who's still waiting and is ready to start but not started yet? Super. Thank you. Thank you for having the courage to say it. So,
Well,
Tris,
the one question processes, if you don't want to use it digitally, we can put it up in the game as well on the table.
of course,
Yes.
that's a thanks, Nancy, for this comment or question. Exactly as you said, you can use the one question processes with your physical tool. You can use the blank cards, and on the blank card, just write the question, and then you can set it up this way, or even to write the question on the board, because if you are doing, let's say, it for a few people, you can just write it on the board, the question, and everyone picks one card. So of course, they are interchangeable. Here's the inspiration, but you can do it in the physical game, of course.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask something?
Of course.
On the digital, can we also have the opportunity to create our own questions, like on the blank cards, somehow? Do you understand?
Yes, I understand, and I have good news. It's in one of the updates that we are going to be launching. I'm not sure is it the first one or the next one, but we are creating this option that you'll be able to create your template, create your question, and save it so that you can use it for your clients. Because at the moment, you only have a blank template where you can pull in the questions that are in the game, but it's coming up. I think maximum 2 months. I hope I'm not over-promising, but in maximum 2 months, it should be appearing, because as we were saying last month, we are really close to launching the mobile app support, because as many of us know, on the phone it doesn't work now, and we are doing really the final testing. It looks amazing, and you'll be able to do processes with your clients on the phone. So we're also excited for that. And afterwards, you'll be able to create your own templates.
Nice. Second question, fast. If I have a problem when I open the main page, if I have a problem to load the library button, how can I connect with the support to make up the issue? Just writing email or what?
Yes. If you write, and you can correct me, but write please at service@pointsofview.com and support. Sorry, there's so many. Support@pointsofview.com.
Okay, thank you. Because yesterday I couldn't open it during one meeting, so I had this one-time issue.
Okay, I hope that it works now, but any questions, always support is here for all of us.
I find that I wrote several times to support, and the delay was too long for me.
Okay.
The response.
So we'll take
I
that.
Just got an automated thing saying we got your thing and whatever, but doesn't solve my problem right here, right now. Even though I'm writing in real time, while support is open. Even today, I wrote several times to try and find the link to get on, but nobody answered. So I think that maybe, and I'm not blaming anybody, I'm just saying I am not getting a response fast enough for me.
Super. We're taking, and I know we are planning also to make the support more, I don't know how to say the right word, but again, to fit that you get this help support when you need it.
I would suggest that if you made a separate email for technical support, because when people need technical support, it's like right now, okay? So because they might be in the middle of a session like we just heard, and all of a sudden I can't load my page. It would be great if we could get technical support. And again, that whoever is giving the technical support should be able to know like how to manage on Windows or how to manage in Mac or how to manage later when you have it on iPad. But that, I think that would be good.
So we're taking it and we'll see how we can make it work. That also, again, that you get the support that you need on the time that you need. So thank you for that. Nancy, something's not working with your microphone.
You can't hear me anymore?
Now I hear you.
Okay, I have one more question. When you started the meeting, you said, "Oh, it's so good to see you," and I got the impression that you meet pretty often to speak up. But I have just one now today, and then one in October. Where is that right? This one once every month.
Correct. The
I'm
speak up.
so scared I'm missing out. I just needed to know that I got it all. So thank
Yes,
you.
Nancy, thanks for the question. The Speak Up touch points are once a month, and I know that in the platform we have the October date. Maybe you can write it in the chat. We are also scheduling the next till February. We have the dates, so we're going to post them end of this week, so you can book the dates and not miss anything.
Yes, I just want to add, I'm just going through all the Zoom links and booking them and make sure you have the correct Zoom link and you will get notification before. So hopefully nobody will miss anything next time.
And also that you'll get one message and not 5 with different dates.
Exactly.
Any other questions before we start to close off today?
So again, me.
Thank you.
I saw that when I'm inviting someone on a meeting, it lasts for 8 hours, right? And during these 8 hours, this person can change his cards if he wants. But after these 8 hours, what happened? The link expires somehow, or what happened?
So after 8 hours, the system freezes the chosen card. So after 8 hours, you cannot change the card anymore. It like blocks it off for you. So it's for 8 hours. So in theory, you can go after the session, you can change it, but afterwards, it's no more changes.
And this person also cannot change.
They cannot change. They can go into the link because they can see their notes. You can see their notes, but they cannot change the cards anymore. And also, I'll just quickly share my screen. Because when you are starting a new meeting, come on, I want to leave the meeting. When you are starting a new meeting, you can decide you want to keep this option open or not. You have at this moment, we only have 2 options: that you have it that after 8 hours it will close, or that it will never close. So when I'm clicking on start a new meeting, if I have this auto close, it will be automatically on. This is the one that after 8 hours it closes. If, for example, I don't know, you're doing a process and it's going to be 2 days, and then you can click this option of auto close, and then it won't close for you. Okay, so when it will be time to... Yes.
You said that it's going to work on the telephone, on the iPhone or whatever. Also on an iPad?
Yes.
It will be okay. Oh, that's great.
Exactly. It's like we're launching the support for small screens.
Okay.
We had to slightly redesign it. It's going to be the same way, but slightly redesigned. But as we said, tablet, phone, where your client is working, they'll be able to work. Super. And I think it will also be good if you're on the go and you don't have the cards. You can open it on your phone and and work with your client, friend, family, whoever needs a good conversation with you. Super. I just wanted to say before we close off, as always, first of all, a big thank you for coming to the session. Thank you for experiencing the process. Thank you for all the questions, suggestions, how we can be better at what we're doing and also to deliver what you really need. Having that in mind, please, also these sessions are designed to be co-created. So let us also know after we put the summary of this meeting in the tribe space. Write in the comments, maybe what do you want to have more, what do you want to have less, anything you want to see, any processes you want to see. Anytime you feel that there's something you're missing to make it a better experience, to make it easier, let us know. If you tell us you want to have more of how to use the tool, you want more inspiration, let us know what you need, and we will try to customize each of these sessions to really give the space for what you need in these sessions so that they are worthwhile, inspiring, and a learning source for you. And as always, maybe to finish off today, if I could hear in one word, what are you taking from today's session?
Think of your wins.
Think of your wins. Thank you, Zev.
Action.
Action. Thank you, Maria.
Making it simple.
Making it simple.
Clarity.
Clarity.
Inspiration.
Inspiration, I heard. And Kika, if you could repeat.
Out of the box.
Out of the box.
Inspired dialogues.
Inspired dialogues. Thank you.
Human
Focus.
design.
Human design. Thank you.
Focus.
Corinne, you were saying?
No, it was Carolina.
Okay, Caroline.
Trust decisions.
Trust decisions.
I would say calm.
Calm. Thank you.
Reset.
Reset. Thank you. Yaya, Orly.
For me, it's focus.
Focus.
I'm taking you, Marek. Thank you for the session.
Me, thank you. And I'm ending with connection. Thank you for everyone for co-creating the space, for holding the space, for being here, and for your inspirations and everything that you share. I really love these hours. They're enjoyable. It's like a nice gathering in the middle of the week. So I cannot wait to see everyone next month. As I said, please let us know what you want in these sessions, that we really deliver what you need. And we'll be seeing you soon. And in the meantime, we'll be writing on the social media and the different platforms. Hope you have a wonderful end on the end of the day, end of the week, with your intention. And just finishing, remember to read the story of the word card that you chose and see the questions there, and maybe answer these questions to yourself at the end of the week. Thank you so much.
How do we see the story?
How do you see a story? Perfect question. Last thing, you click on the word in the button. Let me quickly go. So, my meetings. So I'll quickly go to this meeting. I'm opening the process. So you can always go back to it. So you don't have to read it now if you don't have the time. And when I click on the word, and when you hover over the word, you have this book icon. And the book icon gets you to the stories, the quotes, and the questions.
Beautiful.
Super. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Marek.
Thank you very, very much. Amazing.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Nice
Oh,
to
hey,
see all the
Julia.
familiar
thank you.
faces.